Chosen one, can you feel it? The air is not the same. The atmosphere has shifted. This Monday, September the 22nd, is not just another day. It is a gift from heaven. What the world calls routine, heaven has turned into prophecy. What looks like the beginning of another week is actually the opening of a new chapter in your destiny. You may already sense it. Vivid dreams, sudden chills, a strange peace rising inside of you. These are not random signs. They are confirmations that heaven has prepared something specific for you today. This Monday is not a burden. It is not a repeat of yesterday. It is a release. It is an invitation. It is a gift. And I ask you, will you step into this day as if it were ordinary, or will you receive what heaven has already placed in your hands? Stay with me, because in the next moments, you will understand why this Monday will not only mark your week, it will mark your destiny. Chosen one, for most of the world, Monday is nothing more than the beginning of a cycle. It is seen as routine, heavy and even dreaded. But heaven does not look at days the way humans do. This Monday, September the 22nd, is not simply the start of a week. It is a divine gift released over your life. This gift does not come wrapped in paper or ribbons. It is not something material you can hold in your hands. The gift of heaven is spiritual, unseen to the natural eye, but undeniable to the spirit. It arrives in the form of clarity, renewed strength, fresh energy, and divine alignment with the season you are stepping into. And why on a Monday? Because heaven knows that this is the day most people feel drained, overwhelmed, and uninspired. Monday often carries the reputation of weight, of routine, of just getting back to the grind. That is exactly shown where heaven loves to intervene. In the ordinary, in the places where most expect nothing, heaven hides prophecy. Today the Father says, do not look at this as burden, but as breakthrough. Do not call this routine, call it revelation. Do not label it as another beginning. Receive it as a gift. Perhaps you woke up today already feeling something different. The air lighter, your spirit stirred, your thoughts moving in a new direction. That is not coincidence. It is confirmation. Heaven has already been preparing you, waking you up to the reality that this Monday is not ordinary. And do not think this gift is small. Heaven does not hand out crumbs, He pours out abundance. This Monday's gift is strength to face the week ahead with courage and resilience. It is energy to break old cycles and walk into new paths. It is light to bring clarity where confusion lived. It is peace that settles in the middle of storms. It is not temporary encouragement. It is a divine code unlocking a higher way of living. But here is the truth. The gift must be received. Many will live today as if it were any other day, blind to the atmosphere around them. They will not recognize the difference, and so they will miss the blessing hidden in plain sight. But those who are awake, those who understand they are chosen, will know this is not just Monday. This is a prophetic gift. Think of the stories written long before us. Time and time again, heaven marked ordinary days for extraordinary breakthroughs. A simple day in the wilderness became the moment of encounter. A day of silence became the day of commissioning. A meal became covenant. What the world calls routine, heaven transforms into history. And this Monday is no exception. It is heaven's choice to turn a routine day into a divine marker. And so I ask you, chosen one, how will you live this day? Will you treat it as common, or will you step into it as holy? Will you walk through it with eyes closed, or will you recognize the spiritual codes hidden in every detail? September the 22nd will not go down as just another start of the week. It will be remembered as the day the ordinary became extraordinary. The routine became prophetic, and the beginning of the week became a gift that shifted your destiny. Why this week will not be like the others? Chosen one, there are weeks that pass like blank pages, unnoticed and unmarked. But there are others that earn stamps with eternal ink. Weeks that shift atmospheres, break cycles, and open new paths. This week, beginning on Monday, September the 22nd, will not be like the others. And why is this week different? Because it carries a prophetic signature. Heaven is not bound by human calendars, yet he chooses specific times to align eternity with your present moment. When heaven moves, ordinary days become divine markers. This week is not just another stretch of time, it is a sacred bridge into what has already been written for you. Perhaps you have felt it already. The air carries a different weight. Your body senses something unusual, either exhaustion beyond explanation or sudden bursts of strength. Your dreams have become vivid, charged with meaning, almost too real to ignore. These are not random occurrences. They are signals that the rhythm of heaven is no longer matching the rhythm of the world. Heaven has set a new tempo, and your life is being invited to move in alignment with it. This week will not be the same because it begins with a release. The gift of Monday is not just for the day itself, but for the path it ignites. What is poured out today sets the tone for the entire week. And because it begins differently, it cannot end the same. Once heaven touches the start, the rest of the journey is already transformed. Think about the past months. How many times have you wondered why progress felt slow? Why prayers seemed unanswered? Why days blurred together with no breakthrough in sight? All of that has been preparation. Heaven never wastes waiting. Every silent prayer, every weary step, every heavy day has been strengthening you for this moment. Now the pause is ending, and movement is beginning. This week is the evidence of that shift. Do not underestimate it. What looks small in the natural can carry great weight in the spirit. A conversation that seems ordinary may bring the answer you've been waiting for. An encounter that feels random may unlock clarity for your next step. Even in the atmosphere around you, a sudden stillness, a rush of wind, a spark of inspiration can be heaven confirming the shift is here. This week also carries separation. Many will live it as routine, blind to the invisible. They will complain about Monday, drag themselves through Tuesday, rush into the weekend, and never know what was released. But the chosen, the awake ones, will perceive. They will sense that the days themselves feel different. They will know that they are walking not just through time, but through prophecy. And this separation has a purpose. Heaven always sets apart those who are ready to see, ready to receive. Not everyone can handle a shift of this magnitude. That is why the signs will not be loud for all. They will be clear only to those who are listening. And so, chosen one, the question is not whether this week will be different. It already is. The question is how you will walk through it. Will you treat it like all the others, lost in the noise of routine? or will you recognize it as holy ground? A prophetic week marked by heaven. This week will be remembered as the time when cycles broke, when clarity came, when energy shifted, not because the world declared it, but because heaven decided it. September the 22nd is the doorway, and the days that follow will carry the echo of that opening. Chosen one. Before heaven fully releases something, the signs always come first. The shift never arrives without whispers, without confirmations that prepare the heart of those who are awake. And already the signs are here, surrounding you, stirring you. Confirm that this Monday's gift has been released. The first sign shows itself in your dreams. Have you noticed how recently your nights have been different? Dreams becoming more vivid, almost tangible, filled with symbols and meanings too strong to dismiss. Perhaps you've seen places you've never been, spoken with faces you don't know, or felt emotions in the dream realm that linger even after you wake. These are not illusions of the mind. They are messages of the spirit, heaven's way of speaking in images when words cannot carry the weight of what is coming. Every dream is a code, preparing you for the reality about to manifest. The second sign manifests in your body. Some have felt exhaustion without reason, heaviness pressing down as though the body itself is recalibrating. Others have experienced the opposite, sudden energy, strength rising out of nowhere, as if a hidden reservoir has been opened. There are chills, sudden warmth, tingling sensation, shifts in appetite or sleep. Some toss restlessly through the night, while others sink into deep sleep, waking as if cleansed and renewed. These are not sicknesses or random imbalances, they are adjustments. Your body, the temple, is aligning itself with the frequency of what heaven is pouring out. Then there are the emotions. Have you felt waves of unexplainable feelings? Sudden tears for no reason, laughter bursting out of nowhere, joy followed by stillness, or even a longing you cannot name. These are not weaknesses, they are releases. The heart is being cleansed, emptied of what cannot enter the new season. Every tear is healing, every smile is confirmation, every wave of nostalgia is your spirit remembering that something greater is approaching. Look also to the external signs. Coincidences that repeat themselves, numbers that appear again and again, words or phrases you keep hearing in different places. Encounters with people who, without knowing, speak exactly what you needed to hear. Even creation itself joins in. A sudden gust of wind, the silence of a moment, the way the sky shifts into unusual colors. These are heaven's subtle reminders. The release has already begun. And for those more sensitive, there are also spiritual sensations, a weight or pressure on your head, tingling in your hands, sudden bursts of heat or cold across your body. Do not fear these. They are not random or harmful. They are signals that your spirit and your flesh are being aligned, attuned to the flow that is being opened. Here is the mystery. The signs are never meant to confuse you. They are not accidents. They are confirmations. But not everyone will recognize them. Many dismiss dreams as imagination, explain emotions away as stress, call coincidences chance, and ignore the shifts in their bodies. They refuse to see what is right in front of them. But the chosen know. They recognize that the patterns, the sensations, the whispers are part of one message. It has begun. So I ask you, Chosen One, have you been paying attention? Have you been honoring what your body, your mind, and your spirit have been showing you? Or have you tried to silence them, explaining them away with logic that has no place in the spiritual? Because the difference between those who step through the open door and those who remain outside lies here, in the ability to see, to listen, to discern the signs. Do not allow the noise of the world to blind you. The signs are already here. They are heaven's way of ensuring that when the release fully manifests, you are not caught by surprise. They are invitations, subtle but undeniable, calling you to position yourself. The release is no longer a future promise. It has already started. The signs prove it. The only question that remains is whether you will recognize them and walk into what they are pointing toward. Chosen One, the signs are clear. The release is here. Chosen One, when heaven releases something new, it doesn't just touch your spirit, it flows into your entire being. Your body and your mind become witnesses of the invisible. And this Monday, September the 22nd, the gift released will not only stir your heart, it will manifest through your flesh, your thoughts, and your emotions. The body reacts first. Some of you may already be noticing signs: exhaustion with no clear explanation, heaviness pressing down, as though every cell is laboring under an unseen weight. Others may feel the complete opposite: bursts of energy, sudden lightness, vitality rising, as if you've been plugged into a hidden source of strength. Both are valid. Both are proof that your physical form is recalibrating to hold what has been poured out. There are chills that come without warning, waves of heat coursing through your body, tingling in the hands or feet, unexpected shivers at random moments. Some of you may find sleep elusive, tossing, turning, restless in the night, while others will sink into unusually deep rest, waking as if cleansed, as though something within you was rewritten during your sleep. Do not be alarmed. These are not illnesses. They are adjustments. The body hid the temple, and the temple is being prepared to house a greater measure of heaven's frequency. The mind also undergoes its transformation. You may feel your thoughts racing, countless ideas rushing in all at once, or you may experience the opposite: blank moments, fogginess, even forgetfulness. This is not failure, it is rewiring. Old mental patterns are dissolving, and your mind is being reset to perceive life from a higher plane. What once consumed your thoughts will suddenly lose its grip. Problems that used to drain you will shrink in size, and in place of confusion, flashes of clarity will arrive. Solutions, insights, and revelations that feel like light breaking through clouds. Notice how your perception shifts. Conversations that once felt meaningless now carry depth. Ordinary events begin to reveal patterns and lessons. The way you see challenges begins to change. Instead of fear, you sense opportunity. Instead of despair, you sense alignment. The mind is no longer chained to the old frequency. It is adapting to the new rhythm heaven has released. And then there are the emotions. Do not be surprised if tears come suddenly for no apparent reason. They are not weakness, but release. The heart is being cleansed, old wounds washed out, space being made for new joy. Likewise, you may find yourself laughing unexpectedly, joy bubbling up like a fountain with no logical trigger. These emotional waves are the evidence that your inner being is responding to the energy of the gift. Understand this: Every reaction has purpose. The exhaustion cleanses, the energy empowers, the confusion clears, the tears heal, the laughter confirms. Nothing is random, everything is alignment. But here lies the key. How you respond to these reactions determines how deeply you will receive the gift. If you fight them, resist them, try to explain them away with logic, or dismiss them as coincidence, you risk missing the fullness of what heaven is doing. But if you embrace them, if you allow the body to rest, the mind to reset, the emotions to flow, then you align with the process, and the gift finds space to take root within you. Not everyone will feel the same. Some will have intense physical sensations. Others will feel only subtle shifts. Some will experience vivid dreams and mental clarity, while others will walk in quiet peace. Do not compare your process with anyone else's. The release touches each chosen one in the exact way they need. The important thing is not how it manifests, but that it does manifest. So I ask you, chosen one, are you paying attention to your body, your mind, your emotions? Or are you brushing aside the signals, convincing yourself it's just stress, just coincidence, just life as usual? The truth is, nothing about this Monday is as usual. Your body and mind are testifying. The gift is real. The shift has begun. This is the beauty of heaven's work. It does not stay distant, intangible. It invades your being, reorganizes your systems, rewires your thoughts, heals your heart. You are not just observing the gift, you are embodying it. Chosen one, do not fear the reactions. Welcome them, for they are the proof that what was released in the spirit has already reached you in the natural. The body and the mind are aligning with your destiny. And when heaven marks you this deeply, nothing about you will remain the same. Chosen one, not everyone will live this Monday, September the 22nd, the same way. For some, it will be nothing more than another start to the week, another day of rushing, working, stressing, and returning to routine. But for others, those who are awake, those who are sensitive to heaven's movements, this Monday will be a divine marker. And this is where the separation comes, between those who see only routine and those who recognize prophecy. Routine numbs the soul. It traps people in endless cycles, where one day looks exactly like the next, where hope is drained and the heart settles into monotony. Routine blinds people to the fact that heaven is always moving. It convinces them that nothing will ever change, that all is ordinary, that life is nothing more than repetition. And so, even when signs are right in front of them, they dismiss them, choosing to live asleep, unaware of the supernatural atmosphere. But prophecy interrupts routine. Prophecy turns the common into extraordinary, the overlooked into sacred, the invisible into undeniable. And that is why this Monday cannot be treated lightly. While the world calls it just another Monday, heaven has declared, this is the day of release. This is the day of gift. This is the day that divides time. Think of how heaven has moved throughout history. Again and again, breakthroughs came on days that looked ordinary to everyone else. A desert became a place of encounter. A meal became covenant. A simple conversation turned into destiny. To those blinded by routine, nothing significant was happening. But to those awake, the invisible was unfolding before their very eyes. That same mystery is at work now. September the 22nd will separate those who live by the flesh from those who live by the Spirit. Many will treat the day as routine, waking up grumbling, moving through tasks without thought, ignoring the signs around them. But the chosen will wake differently. They will say, "This is the day the Lord has marked. This is not ordinary. This is prophecy." And understand, this separation is not cruel, it is purposeful. Heaven is not interested in uniformity, but in authenticity. The atmosphere is being shifted in such a way that only the ones who are truly attentive will recognize it. That is why you may notice those around you living as though nothing has changed, while inside you everything feels different. This is not in your imagination. It is evidence that you are among the ones marked to see. Inside at each of us, this separation plays out as well. One voice says, "It's just another day, nothing special." The other whispers, "Open your eyes. This moment is sacred." Which voice will you honor? The outcome of your week, and perhaps even your season, depends on that choice. And here is the truth. To live by prophecy requires courage. It means believing when others doubt. It means declaring, "Today is different," when no one else sees it. It means walking by faith and not by sight. Even when the signs are subtle, even when the world insists it's all coincidence. So I ask you, chosen one, will you blend into the masses, living blind to what is being poured out, or will you stand apart, declaring that this Monday is not routine, but revelation? September the 22nd will not be remembered equally by all. For many, it will fade into history as nothing more than a Monday. But for the chosen, it will be etched as a turning point, the day the atmosphere shifted, the day prophecy was fulfilled. The difference lies not in the day itself, but in the eyes of those who behold it. Routine belongs to the sleepers. Prophecy belongs to the awake. Which one will you choose to live by? How to position yourself to live? The promise. Chosen one, knowing that heaven has released a gift is not enough. Feeling the shift in your spirit is not enough. To truly live what has been released, you must position yourself. The door may be wide open, but it is your decision whether you step through it. The gift is given freely, but how you receive it determines whether it transforms your life or slips by unnoticed. The first step of positioning is awareness. If you are blind to the time you are in, you will treat this day like any other. Awareness means waking up and declaring, "This is not ordinary. This is sacred. This Monday has been marked." When you choose to live with that level of perception, your spirit aligns with the gift. Awareness opens your inner eyes to details others overlook, to movements others dismiss. The second step is faith. Not passive faith, but active faith that believes even before evidence appears. Faith that says, "Even if nothing looks different outside, I know everything has shifted inside." The gift of heaven is rarely loud in the natural. It comes in whispers, in patterns, in inner confirmations. Without faith, you will miss it. With faith, you will recognize it in every small sign, every subtle nudge. The third step is surrender. You cannot carry the old into the new. Positioning yourself means letting go of what weighs you down: fear, bitterness, control, regret. Many ask for breakthrough while clinging tightly to what needs to be released. But to receive the new, you must unclench your fists. You must say, "I don't need to understand everything. I trust the one who does surrender, clears space for the promise to take root." The fourth step is cooperation with your body and mind. As we saw, both react to the spiritual gift. Positioning yourself means honoring those reactions. If your body calls for rest, give it rest. If your mind longs for silence, turn off the noise. If your emotions bring tears, let them flow. If laughter rises unexpectedly, let it burst forth. These reactions are not distractions, they are confirmations. When you cooperate instead of resisting, you align more deeply with what is being poured out. The fifth step is declaration. Words are not empty, they are creative. What you declare shapes your atmosphere. If you say, "It's just another heavy Monday," you will lock yourself into that reality. But if you declare, "This is a gift, this is prophecy, this is promise," you align your voice with heaven's decree. Your declarations pull what is unseen into the seen, what is spiritual into the tangible. The sixth step is obedience to inner instructions. As you walk through this day, you may feel subtle impulses. Call someone, write something down, pause instead of rushing, shift your routine slightly. These are not random. They are instructions from the Spirit, small keys unlocking larger doors. Those who obey step into alignment. Those who ignore remain stuck. Positioning yourself means staying sensitive, ready to act even on what seems insignificant. The seventh step is gratitude in advance. Gratitude after you see results is easy, but gratitude before, that is the language of faith. To say, "Thank you, Heaven, because I know I have already received," even before evidence appears, is to align fully with the reality of the gift. Gratitude opens you to receive more, because it shows you have recognized what has already been given. Chosen one. Positioning is not complicated, but it is intentional. Many will drift through this Monday unaware, ungrateful, unresponsive, and they will miss what was always available to them. But you are not like them. You are called to be awake, to position yourself, to live by faith and not by sight. So I ask you, how will you step into this promise? Will you live today like everyone else, distracted and numb? Or will you set yourself apart, aware, surrendered, obedient, grateful? Because here is the truth. The gift of this Monday is not temporary encouragement. It is a seed of destiny. And if you position yourself to receive it, it will not only shape your week, it will shape your entire future. Chosen one, we have arrived at the heart of this message. The gift of this Monday, September the 22nd, is not temporary. It is not here to inspire you for a moment and then fade into memory. It is here to mark not only your week, but the course of your destiny. What is being released today is not just relief. It is recalibration. Heaven is placing in your hands a spiritual key, one that opens doors you thought were sealed shut. But this key may look like something physical, but you will know it by its effects. New clarity in decisions, courage to face what once intimidated you, peace in the middle of storms, and strength to move forward where you once felt stuck. But this gift also shifts atmospheres. Perhaps you have grown used to heaviness, to the weight of days that felt endless. But heaven is declaring that cycle ends here. Today, I release a new atmosphere over you. Where there was stagnation, now there will be flow. Where there was silence, now there will be confirmation. Where there was confusion, now there will be vision. Even the spaces around you will feel different. The same rooms, the same streets, the same people. Yet everything will carry a new vibration because you have changed within. And do not miss this. This gift is not only for you, it is also through you. Those who carry light become light bearers for others. As you receive this shift, it will overflow into your home, your relationships, your environment. You will notice people drawn to you, sensing something different, even if they cannot explain it. The peace you walk in will calm others. The clarity you carry will unlock clarity for those around you. What you receive as a gift will become a seed planted in others. This Monday is also a memorial day in the Spirit. Heaven often marks ordinary days with eternal significance. Just as ancient altars were raised to remember divine encounters, this day will stand as an invisible altar in your story. In the months ahead, you will look back and say, September the 22nd was the day everything shifted. That was the day my atmosphere changed. That was the day heaven touched my life in a way I could never deny. But here is the warning. Do not let this gift slip away. Many will feel the stirring, notice the signs, but dismiss it as coincidence or emotion. They will go back to routine, and the gift will pass them by. The difference between the chosen and the distracted is not whether the gift was offered, it is whether it was received. Receiving is simple, but it requires faith. It requires declaring, I receive this gift and I will walk in it. It requires honoring the shift, not brushing it aside. It requires choosing to let the gift transform your actions, your mindset, your spirit. So I ask you, will you let this day pass as just another Monday, or will you anchor it in your spirit as the day destiny knocked at your door? Will you treat the gift as inspiration, or will you embrace it as transformation? Chosen one, do not underestimate what is happening. Heaven is not releasing temporary encouragement. Heaven is releasing a new rhythm for your life. This is not a moment, it is a movement. And if you hold on to it, if you let it root deeply, it will not only mark your week, it will mark your entire journey ahead. This is the final word. September 22nd, 2025. The Monday that heaven turned into a gift. The Monday that shifted atmospheres. The Monday that set the course of your destiny.